That's all I can do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So there's a $500 fine probated. Why were you driving 100 miles? Well, I know you were driving to escape the police, but you were doing 120 miles per hour. Why?
I was,
Court is calling 2024 CR 3681, State of Texas versus Justin Guzman. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Salem.
Defense?
Michael DeLeon.
And are you, Mr. Guzman?
yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery that you review that with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Guzman, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the
I
indictment?
do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Guzman, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of evading arrest, detention of vehicle? I'm sorry, evading arrest or detention in a vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Mr. Guzman, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
Negative, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
Negative.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain agreement with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $500 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
And did you understand with an application for deferred adjudication, if the court were to grant your application, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign it in both places?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 120 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence?
Contained in Exhibit 1 attachments, Your Honor.
We reviewed that, Your Honor. We have no objection.
State you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
I did, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, and we'll start over since that's been changed. All right. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, that you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. So the active warrants for his arrest, is that in Bear County?
Out of Medina County, Judge.
All right. And I'm assuming Medina is going to come pick him up.
I would have make that assumption, yes.
All right.
Judge, the only thing I wanted to state, just so the court is well aware, he's a veteran, served 9 years, and if there's any consideration the court can make, maybe on his community service regarding that, or any type of veterans court. I don't know if there's a veteran probation department.
I thought I was gonna be in Veterans Court, actually.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I can refer people to Veterans Court. And Herman does a great job of getting cases heard with Veterans Court. But what I've discovered is there's something that I find troubling, that someone can be referred to Veterans Treatment Court and 6 months, I look up 6 months have passed or 3 months have passed, and they're still not in Veterans Treatment Court, and there still is no decision on whether they've been accepted or not. So what I can tell you is you'll be placed on probation out of here. I can put in, refer to Veterans Treatment Court. Maybe they'll get you in. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll never let you know until, you look up 3 years from now and they'll say, well, we're accepting him. That's all I can do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So there's a $500 fine probated. Why were you driving 100 miles? Well, I know you were driving to escape the police, but you were doing 120 miles per hour. Why?
I wasn't driving to escape the police. I was actually speeding and I didn't realize.
No, the police report, here's the thing. Attorneys will always tell their clients, once you've entered a plea and the court has reviewed the steps are the steps. So according to the steps, in case you don't remember, it says that they wanted you to pull over and that you were driving at a high rate of speed of 35 south out of SAPD jurisdiction. They continued to follow you, that they had put on their lights for you to pull over, and you continued at a high rate of speed. San Antonio Police Department discontinued the chase because it's a high rate of speed and things are getting dangerous. So they called ahead to Von Army Police to let them know this is what's going on. And then Von Army Police Department was in the area and witnessed S1, that's you, driving the same vehicle. Because when the SAPD called the other police officers, say, this is the vehicle, this is the license plate number. They say they found you driving the same vehicle at 120 miles per hour, not the Autobahn.
That's when I exited, Your Honor, whenever I.
Who exits at 120 miles per hour?
At that time, I wasn't going 100. I mean, I did reach that speed, but I wasn't driving away from them.
Well, here's the thing. You're going 120 miles per hour. I don't know of any freeway. I have not traveled all freeways in the United States, but I don't know a single freeway in the United States where legally you can drive 120 miles per hour. I've seen 75. That's as high as I've seen it. I have not seen 120. Does anyone know anywhere in Von Army where the speed limit is 120 miles per hour?
75.
And then it says you drove through the grass median and exited the highway on Kenny Road. Then your vehicle comes to a stop, and what do? You exit the vehicle and you proceeded to run on foot to evade detention from uniformed officers.
No excuse, Your Honor.
And I tell you what, when people are running, that's when they realize, you know what? The people in the Olympics, they really are running very fast and I'm not up to it. So what was going through your head? Because I'm trying to figure out what conditions to set for you.
Really what happened leading up to, I was going through some family problems and just wasn't trying to be detained, Your Honor.
Okay, well, see, now that's the honesty I'm talking about. Court is going to sentence you to $500 fine. That'll be probated. Refer to Veterans Treatment Court. That's going to be in custody. The evaluation. See, she's shaking her head because she thinks that's probably going to be what, 3 or 4 months? Because they don't, Veterans Treatment Court, we're off the record. Veterans Treatment Court, they don't even see people at the jail. They're like, no. So everybody's saying, don't refer Veterans Treatment Court. Now, mind you, I don't know why Veterans Treatment Court would have a rule for their court that they can't see people at the Bexar County Jail. But that's their rule. So I won't refer you to Veterans Treatment Court in custody. Okay, so there'll be a $500 fine probated. TAP evaluation, how long will it take for a TAP in custody? All right, so that'll be a TAP evaluation in custody. Follow recommendations. We can do a referral to felony drug court. And you know what, felony drug court? They're going to be able to see you before this week is out and let us know whether or not you can be in their program. And we can do a referral to Veterans Treatment Court out of custody. 6 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Do you have any children?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
14 and 7 months.
All right. And do you have contact with them?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, not right this minute, but I do, Your Honor.
Do you live with them?
They live with their mother, Your Honor.
All right. 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once you complete parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Once you completed parenting classes, I'll consider changing that. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits, 1 time per month for 4 months. And there's to be no driving for 60 days. And do we have a reckless drive? You said the reckless driving course or something, Vashon? Is it the defensive driving course?
That's right.
All right, defensive driving course. Vashon, is there anything else he needs?
No.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
And I will tell you, not driving for 60 days, that's just me giving you punishment.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Any issues you have, let probation know.
Yes,
If
Your
you
Honor.
feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, so do you need an interpreter?
I'm just checking a little bit.
All right, so I have a violation report.
1 time in the morning.
Yes, so that's 1 time, just 1 time in the morning is 1 time too many. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. But this is not alcohol, it's medicine, is no, that's not time. Nightmare.
All right. I've reset you for June 17th. I see that your attorney is hired. I'm going to find out if he's available to come to the court sooner than June 17th. So he may be calling you and we're going to come back and we're going to hear this before the 17th. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If I receive another violation before that date, I'm just going to make a ruling on it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank-
Who's here on Michael Mora? If you come forward, and there's only a plea on one.
Right, they're TIC.
Okay. And is anything different gonna help with the Steelers on the off season? Are we doing something?
They have Russell Wilson. Fields, one of them should turn out okay.
We'll see what happens.
So they just gave Rich Tomlin an extension, which will be mixed feelings about.
Wow. Oh, look, oh, all right.
Going to 2 games.
Yeah.
Washington and Denver.
All right, we're gonna see what happens. All right, court is calling. Where's your client?
Easy.
Oh, come down. Court is calling 2024 CR 6575. State of Texas versus Michael Mora. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Roberto Ambrosino.
And are you Mr. Mora?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Mora, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision or Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, on count one alone, maybe count two.
No objection.
All right, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand? You're charged with theft, 30,000 to 150,000 of a vehicle. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Mr. Mora, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
I'm not.
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on count one, $600 fine probated. State recommends deferred adjudication. They will take in consideration 2024 CR 5959, 2024 CR 3664, grand jury number 821023. There's to be restitution, if any, to Nerry, Nerry, David Nuangill, Nuangile, Bamba, Bumba. There's to be restitution to Marisol Martinez in 2024 CR 3664, and there's to be a drug court evaluation. Did you understand that to be the plea?
No.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There has not.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 120 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged in count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
State, any evidence?
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept in the evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
He's shown remorse for his actions, Your Honor. He's been in custody for quite some time, I think 152 days. I think he's had time to think about it and he's ready to get out in the real world and do what?
All right, why are you stealing? Why are you taking what doesn't belong to you?
I just had a real bad time in my life, Your Honor.
Everybody has bad times in their life, but they're not out here stealing and breaking into people's cars. So we're back to, why are you stealing? Why are you taking what does not belong to you?
No money.
Hmm?
No money. I wasn't
I'm
working.
sorry, what?
I wasn't working. I was low on funds.
A lot of people are out of funds. They still don't steal. So you're just out here in this world, just taking what does not belong to you. That's what you're doing?
That's what I was doing.
I mean, well, you haven't been doing it now because you're in custody for 100 and what?
52 days.
Yeah, you've been in custody for 152 days. So unless they have vehicles on the yard at the Bear County Jail for people to take, you're not stealing.
No, ma'am, but I've had time to think about it.
Yeah, but I'm looking at your criminal history. Is this the first theft you've had?
My first step, yes.
State, is this the first theft or first theft case he's ever had? Did you not remember that theft case? Was it hazy?
I can't remember.
All right, so again, this is not your first theft case, so why do you keep stealing?
I was low on funds.
All right, so I think I need to help him. And I'm gonna follow your agreement, but he obviously needs some help that he has not received from anyone else. So I'm about to help you. There's gonna be a $600 fine. That's gonna be probated. Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
All right, that's a good thing. 10 years deferred adjudication. Take in consideration 2024 CR 5959, 2024 CR 3664, grand jury number 821023. There's to be restitution to the following: Neri David Newengill Bamba and Marisol Martinez. There's to be no contact with Stephanie Olivia Guerra, Raymonte Prime, Prime, Emily Guerra, Juan Guerra. And this part, it's not about rehabilitation. This is the punishment. He's not allowed to drive while he's on probation. He's going to be taking the via bus. So there's to be no driving, a referral to felony drug court in custody, TAP evaluation in custody. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, the UA hotline until further notice, PATS 1 and 2, field visits 1 time per month for 4 months, and then at probation's discretion, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And he's to follow all recommendations of TAP. All right. Probation, anything else? All right, so defense, this is where I hear your argument. Is there a reason why I shouldn't order that he do 180 days in the Bear County Jail or the state jail facility as a condition?
Yes, Judge, because he's already essentially done that. 152 days is pretty significant. Going up into a probation.
How much did he do on his last case when did he successfully complete his probation for the theft case that he previously had?
I believe that was a misdemeanor. I think they said it was revoked and he was sentenced to 3 days.
All right. So how much time have you done in county before?
I did
Don't
not-
even count this 152 days.
Month.
A month?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the state jail facility before?
I'm a-
Do you want to go to the state jail facility?
I'm a-
All right, and what's up with the tattoo on your chest? What's that about?
That's my brother.
I'm sorry, what?
That's my brother.
All right, why do you have your brother's tattoo?
Because I lost him. He's in foster care.
All right, he's in foster care?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, and I'm sorry, 120 hours of community service restitution? And probation? It's gonna be 60 days in the Bear County Jail as a condition. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
All right, did
Judge,
you,
would you consider 30? See, he's already done 152.
no. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. People don't like when people steal things, right? And you got to ask yourself, the things that you've been stealing, your attorney says you've been at the Bear County Jail for 152 days. Now you're going to be there for an extra 60 days. Ask yourself, was stealing that car worth the days away from your life in the free world? Was it worth it? Then you need to stop doing it. And if you violate this probation, what's going to end up happening is a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and you'll be subject to the full range of punishment if the state is able to prove up the allegations in any motion to revoke. So from here on out, everything that you do, when you feel like, oh, I don't have any money, let me think about breaking into somebody's car and let me think about committing a new offense, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could potentially result in me going to prison for 10 years? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. I don't think you want to end up at the prison and somebody asks, why are you here? Oh, I stole a car. 10 years? Wow. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. All right, who's here on Brandon McCaskill? I'm sorry, counsel, just give me one moment.
Yes.
Vashawn, do you need a break?
Just, can you give me like 3 minutes?
Sure. All right, if y'all have a seat, I'm going to call you right back up. I don't want her to get backlogged, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, who's here on Anita Herrera?
President, Your Honor, as we have an update for the court.
All right, I love updates.
Sure.
All right, so
Yes.
competency restored. So what is the update?
Judge, there was an offer on the table. We were close to resolving the case. However, we have come to an impasse, so we're going to reset this for whatever date the court wishes.
All right, so you understand, Ms. Herrera, that today was supposed to be for a disposition. That's what the court was told. So my understanding is you want a jury trial?
I just want something less than 12.
Okay, so let me explain something to you. All right, so this is what ends up happening. The state will make their offer. And I'm telling you this from my experience as a defense attorney and as a prosecutor. And then they'll give it to your defense attorney. And your defense attorney will either say you agree to it or you don't agree to it after conferring with you. Sometimes the state will make an offer and they say that's their offer. Sometimes they'll do what's called a cap, in which case if they do a cap, then what that means is that I will get to decide, one, whether to grant an application for probation if that's applied for, or if, let's say, for example, somebody's charged with evading arrest in a vehicle. All right, normally that's a 3rd-degree felony. So the range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison. And let's say hypothetically, the state is saying, well, we want 8 years prison. Or either we want a cap of 8 years. So if they were to offer somebody a cap of 8 years on an evading arrest, and I'm using that as an example because that's not your charge, then what that would mean is the court could probably either give somebody probation or either they could sentence them to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 8 years. Do you understand? So sometimes the state will offer what they think a case is worth, and that's what they're offering. And then people have a choice to make. They can either make a counter offer with the state, or either they can go to jury trial. And if you go to jury trial, then you'll have a decision to make as far as, and your attorney, he's experienced, he will tell you this. Either if you're found guilty, the jury will assess punishment, or either the court will assess punishment. But if there is a jury trial and a person were to be found guilty, the state can ask the jury for whatever they want to ask of them. It may be more than what they're offering now. It may be less than what they're offering now, or they may say, jury, it's completely up to you. So you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that's where we are. So do you want a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your plea deadline has expired. So there's no plea bargain agreements after this day. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So state, when is your trial date?
I have it right in front of me, Judge. Let me-
Okay. And there are 3 robberies. Are these all on the same date and it's just been in,
they're all separate, Judge.
they're all separate dates?
Mhm.
Okay. So, and the range of punishment on each of these is up to 20 years. And the enhancement puts it at first degree.
That's correct.
All right, 5 to 99. Okay. If the enhancement is proven.
That is correct.
All right.
Judge, it looks like, August 6th would be a date.
All right. So I know y'all are saying August 6th, but she's had a competency. And if there's a chance, there may be some decompensation.
There's another big trial coming up in July, but that's
Okay.
July 23rd.
All right. Let me see. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to recall this. Mr. DeLeon?
Okay.
Are you here
Here tomorrow.
you're here tomorrow? Are you here the week of June 17th? And I'm not doing this for a jury trial. I looked through the file and I see there's no plea deadline date. It's just that you all told me today there was going to be
Well, it was supposed to be
disposition.
a week.
Yeah.
I won't be here June 18th, Judge, but otherwise, the rest of the week is fine.
All right, you want to do June 17th or no?
Yeah, that's fine, Judge, June 17th.
All right, so we're gonna bring you back on June 17th, because I always give everybody a plea deadline date. You were just set for a disposition today because everybody told me it was going to be worked out today. So your plea deadline date is going to be on June 17th. And after that date, the court is not going to accept any plea bargain agreements. And after that date, you'll get a jury trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, ma'am.
All right, do you need to continue to speak with your attorney or no?
No, ma'am.
All right, well, we'll see you back on the 17th, okay?
Thank you. I'll see
Thank you.
Okay.
In 2024 CR 2675, State of Texas versus Darren Johnson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Jason Garrett, and Your Honor.
defense?
William Davidson.
And are you Miss Darren Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right, so the first thing is the court is in receipt that someone filed an appeals bond. Counsel,
Your Honor, my client told me that she's on, she was on a misdemeanor case and she has an appeal on the misdemeanor case. And she made a cash bond, and that's all I know about it. I'm not really sure.
all right, so that this record can be clear, there is no appeals bond and this cause number, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so then that's something related to the misdemeanor court, and the court is not going to give any ruling on that because that's not my jurisdiction. That will have to be with the misdemeanor court. Now, the next question, state, this was reset for you all to speak with the complainant,
Yes, Your
and were you prepared to tender an offer?
Honor. I don't believe we have discussed that today, Your Honor.
Okay,
This case I had not been working on it, Daniel Escobar has been working on it, I can call him and find out.
Okay.
We do have some other things that we'd like to bring to the court's attention, but
All right, so what would you like to bring to the court's attention?
just that we're asking for a no contact order, obviously with the complainant in this case, and it's a little sensitive since these people are neighbors to each other.
Mhm.
But also to the wife of the complainant, which is, Ian or Ian Clayton Clanton.
IAN
IAN, yes, Your Honor.
and CLANTON,
Yes, Your Honor. And the complainant in the case is Mark.
Mark.
Who's asking for no contact. In this particular case, it seems like in lieu of the updated letter that you received for violation or what it may be, seems like there has been, it seems like there's still some information being exchanged between these individuals allegedly. So we're asking for no contact order with both these individuals by word of mouth, calling, emailing, texting, or actually yelling, whatever it may be.
All right, so, Ms. Johnson, you're not to have any contact with Mark Wayne Clanton. And there's to be still no possession of firearms and no contact with Ian Clanton. So what that means,
Your Honor, if I
Yes.
may, it's Ina, INA, that's his wife.
okay,
And there's been some ongoing issues, but they are broadcasting into my yard. I'm not trying to have any contact with them at all, ma'am.
okay, so just so you know, no contact.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means you're not to wave to them. There is to be no sign language. If you have an issue with them, or if you feel as though they're doing something they should not be doing, still no contact with them. That's where you call the police or whoever should be called. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so that's taken care of. Now with the case at hand, discovery wise, where are we? Have you received all the discovery?
I have received the state's discovery. My client has some records that our investigators trying to get their medical records. And he's in the process of getting those, Charlie Parker. I don't have them yet.
Okay, is that something that you want the state to view?
Sure.
Okay, and when do you think you'll have that for them?
I think it's probably gonna be at least another 30 days.
All right. So I'm gonna recall this and I'm gonna recall it for July 29th.
Okay.
You all need to confer off docket, get an offer off docket. And on July 29th, that's gonna be your plea deadline date. All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Once I give you the reset form and she signs it, then you all will be excused.
Thank you.
All right, is there anything else? All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court, although you always do.
Thank you, Your Honor. St. John knit.
All right.